This is Rosh, and greetings from London. That is Big Ben, Thames River, some palaces and cool stuff, some more touristy stuff. So you are watching AxeFX Basics. This is a YouTube tutorial series that I'm putting together to help new and experienced users program all their Fractal products, including the FM3, the FM9, the AxeFX 3. So this particular video is actually going to be dealing with international travel with all your Fractal products. So a little about myself. Once again, my name is Rosh, and I'm a guitar tech and a guitar player out in the Los Angeles area. I'm actually coming to you live from London because I try to splice some footage here that I recorded at LAX. Coming to you live from LAX, Los Angeles. But all the audio was totally, destroyed and not great. So now we got the church bells ringing, but we're doing this live. So anyways, so I build a lot of guitar rigs and I build and program a lot of guitar rigs for a lot of different clients. Some clients include Steve Vai, Leppard, Etheridge, Perfect Circle, Dweezil Zappa, and more. So I wanted to give back to the Fractal community and show you guys how to program all your Fractal products. So without further ado, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be talking about how to get your rig from one continent to the other. So I'm gonna splice in the rest of this video, packing all your gear, how I travel, all the experiences of traveling here to London. And other than that, stay tuned and we'll see you there. Thanks. All right, hey everybody. So we're going to London today. And basically, I want to show you guys kind of what's going on with this packing situation. So this is a Pelican 1560, sorry, that's going to be upside down. But so it is a little larger than a standard carry-on. So I'm gonna actually check this because I'm gonna be flying with my guitar. And so what I'm doing is I pack the FM3 now. This is a little stow and go thing, which is pretty cool. What you can do is you put all your clothes in here and then you can compress them and then this hangs in your standard closet or whatever. So underneath all this, I have a bag right there. Let me just kind of put this to the side. And then this is actually a camera bag that I got when I bought some camera lenses or whatever. So it was just like a little cheap camera bag. But what I'm actually doing is I'm putting the FM3 and an expression pedal in here. So let me just kind of get this. And it's a Koa, I guess. And basically what it is that I can put the FM3 and an expression pedal in here. I'm trying to do this one-handed. So right here, got the expression pedal. This is a Roland RV5. And then there's a couple little camera padding things that I just put on top. And then of course there's the FM3 underneath there. So the cool thing is this all fits perfectly in this camera bag. The expression pedal. Let's zip that up a little bit. Again, tricky to do this one-handed. All right, fits perfectly here. And then this is the upper part of the Pelican. And this goes right on top. And then down over here, I have, some toiletries and stuff, toothbrush, all that good stuff, a couple extra clothes, but got a bag full of the cables. So since I'm flying into London, I'm actually using IEC cables, but they have the UK kind of circuit, so you can kind of see right there. And all Fractal products are actually, the voltage is worldwide. So the cool thing is you can get any IEC cable that goes here, and then you can plug that into, in my case, going to UK power. I'm also gonna be going to Spain and Belgium and some other places probably. So, but for the meantime, since I'm gonna be going to UK first, London, I have UK cables, and you can just pop that in. The voltage is gonna switch automatically. There's no switch in the back or anything. And of course, underneath here, I have some clothes and stuff. Now, since this is the bottom of the Pelican, again, the FM3 is gonna be pretty safe, even though I'm checking this. And then of course, this is just a, case with some microphones and lav mics and stuff in there for all the stuff of recording the adventure. Now, so all this is gonna fit in this Pelican, and this is what I'm gonna actually check because since I'm flying with a guitar, what I'm going to be doing is the guitar is my carry-on. So I have my personal item, which is a backpack, and then I have the FM3, which I'm gonna check with all this. Now, I debated bringing the FM9, but for what I'm gonna be doing out there, the FM3 is gonna be plenty of power. And then I'm also actually flying with an AxeFX 3. I'll kind of like transition this video with the AxeFX 3. All right, now next up, there we go. All right, now next up, we have a Pelican Air 1535. So this has been in a couple of my videos. Last time I went to North Carolina, I put the FM3 in here. Now, underneath this is an AxeFX 3, okay? So just visualize that for a second. Now, it's wrapped in a hoodie because I also wanted to bring like an extra sweater, but I wanted to give it a little bit of extra padding. Now, the AxeFX 3 actually perfectly fits in a Pelican of this size, and this is a carry-on size. Obviously, there's going to be some room at the top, the side, and the bottom for some padding. So I use some tearaway foam and just put it in there. You can probably see some right here. So this is actually the front of the AxeFX 3. This is where the screen is, all the buttons. And I kept the rack rails on. Now, you can actually remove them from the back, but I didn't want to get, any of the screen damage or anything in case, this is going to have to get gate checked or whatever. So since this is a carry-on size, what's going to happen is I have my girlfriend's actually going to be going with me, and she is going to use this as her carry-on. She's only checking a suitcase and keeping a backpack with her. So, but she gets a free carry-on with the flight that we're taking out there. So she's actually going to use her carry-on allowance to bring this on board, and then this goes, in the overhead bin. Now, I put some padding in here, and I put the extra sweater in here, and there's also tearaway foam underneath. And the reason why I'm doing that is, again, if the flight's full or whatever, and we have to gate check this will still, get some padding in there. Now, you can, of course, put other stuff up here, if you want, but there's nothing in there. And again, I'm pretty confident and it fits perfectly. It's secure, it's tight. And again, if this gets gate checked, it's gonna get met with, an attendant at the bottom of the gate right before you board the flight, and then they're gonna put it underneath the plane, and we pick it up at baggage claim. So now the reason everybody might be asking is like, well, you're flying with an FM3 and you're flying with an AxeFX 3. So I'm taking the AxeFX 3 with me because I have a bunch of client presets that I need to build. I got a big queue of them, stack of them that I need to get through and build for a bunch of different clients. And all those clients are actually AxeFX 3 users. So I'm building custom presets using the AxeFX 3. Want to take it with me. So in the downtime between some of the work that I'm doing out there, I can also build some presets for my clients. And since, we had an extra carry-on, we can do that. Now, obviously, my personal carry-on is still going to be my guitar. This is the carry-on that, the carry-on allowance that my girlfriend has, and she's going to be able to just bring this on board. And again, if it gets gate checked, no big deal, And again, all Fractal products are worldwide voltage, so the same thing. There's no switch in the back. You can use any of the IEC cables. The cables are actually in the other Pelican, but this one will just kind of stay at the hotel. So when I'm when I have some downtime in between some of the stuff I'm doing out there, I can just build some presets for some clients. So again, Pelican Air, great, really lightweight, with this, easy to lug around. So we're gonna be doing that. Now, one of the key things is we're taking the last flight out of LAX, so it's the latest flight. So hopefully the flight won't be too crowded. We won't have to gate check this. And then the other reason why I did that is also because I'm flying with a guitar. And so if the flight's not full, so a lot of times, attendants will allow you to bring the guitar on the plane and store it in an empty seat or you can just bring it as your personal item and then you store it in an overhead bin or a uniform locker. So it's one of those things that if you take the latest flight out of an airport for the same airline, especially if there's multiple flights, in this case, there were like at least 4 or 5 flights going to London. We opted for the last one. And then, so that means that most of the people who want to get into London earlier are probably going to do those flights. And then the overflow is going to go into the last flight. So this allows us to feel a little bit more confident when we get there that we're going to have more carry-ons and all this kind of stuff. So again, just this is the AxeFX 3, fits perfectly. And then, so outside of that, I'll see you at LAX. All right. So here is what I'm basically flying with. So I got the Pelican 1560 on the bottom. This has the FM3 and, clothes and,
some cables and other stuff. And then the Pelican Air on top, which is the 1535, has the AxeFX 3. So, and then this is my guitar. It's in a mono vertigo gig bag. I have my Sir Modern in there. It's probably just my most versatile guitar, so I can do a lot of different things with it. So it's going to be the guitar that I'm going to be flying with. The key is that this is going to be my carry-on, my personal carry-on. I'm going to check this bottom one right here. And then this one is going to be the carry-on that actually my girlfriend's going to be taking as her carry-on. But obviously, you know, this is a special situation, so we can do that. You can obviously pay for an extra check bag if you want to fly with 2 Pelicans or whatever. Now, you can see that the cool thing about most Pelicans is they stack like this, and then you can see the handle in the back right there. That allows you to, you know, get in and around the airport or whatever, but obviously this is going to be checked at the beginning, but really easy to transport. You can just stack them on top of each other like that, and then, you know, one just leans onto the other. Obviously getting around in the tube in London is going to be a little kind of crazy, you know, when we first land, but that's okay. I'm not going to be taking all this stuff out. You know, it's only going to be like one trip. If anything, I might Uber from the airport. Not really sure yet, but you can still take this on the tube, really easy to take up the stairs. So that's basically it. Now, you may think, oh, this must weigh a lot, but the Pelican Air with the AxeFX 3 in there is maybe 16, 17 pounds. And then the Pelican Air with the FM3 in it is also about maybe 16, 17 pounds. Or I'm sorry, not the Pelican Air, but the Pelican 1560 at the bottom with the FM3 is probably about maybe 15 or 16 pounds. And that's my clothes and some cables and all that kind of stuff. So pretty easy to, you know, get in and around Heathrow as well as the tube in London. And then the other reason why I'm also bringing this Pelican Air, which is a carry-on, and having my girlfriend take it as her carry-on, is that I'm also going to be going to Spain and some other countries, and I'm going to be leaving some of my stuff in London, so that when I fly into Spain and everything like that, I'm basically going to be taking the I'm just going to be basically taking the Pelican Air. I don't need to take my guitar for some of the stuff out there in Spain. I'm going to be just leaving my AxeFX 3 and other stuff in London with a friend, and then I'm just going to be taking this Pelican Air as my carry-on. So it kind of is going to serve my needs for the next couple months, since I'm going to be overseas. I end up getting basically, you know, 2 for the price of 1. This is going to be, you know, getting in and around all the other trips that I'm taking out of London. And if you're flying, you know, smaller airlines, usually like Ryanair and some of the other airlines and everything like that, and in European airlines where they have pretty, you know, stringent carry-on requirements, they might even force you to check it. I didn't want to be bringing the bigger one. I'd rather have the smaller one. So anyways, come on this adventure with me. All right, hey everybody. So we've landed in London a couple days ago, but I just wanted to take some time to get settled. Everything's totally cool. So all the gear made it great. Obviously the guitar went in the overhead. Checked luggage was great. You know, picked it up at the carousel. The AxeFX 3, that was also as a carry-on, also made it in one piece. So right now I'm just sitting in the kitchen working on some presets for some clients and doing some other stuff, but you can see down there, AxeFX 3, just sitting on a chair. It's plugged in to the wall, and just like I said, all the Fractal products can be used globally without any step down or step up transformers or anything like that. So all I did was buy, you know, like I said, on Amazon before I left, I bought a pair of, you know, the IEC cables that plug directly into the back of the AxeFX 3, and then they plug directly into the wall. Here, don't need to do anything, turns on, been working just great. Got a little rig here, there's the Pelican, you know, I got my guitar over here, my in-ears right here, but everything's been working great. You know, I'm gonna be out here for a couple months, going to Spain, going to some other countries, but traveling has been a no-brainer with it. You know, I'll splice in some footage of me, you know, getting around on the tube, no problem. Sometimes, depending on how tight the spaces are, I would stack the 2 Pelicans on top of each other to go from one place to another. Other times I would just pull up both the draw handles and then just, you know, just drag them down the street. They're both pretty light, maybe about 15 pounds a piece. Guitar on my back, backpack on my chest, easy to walk around. no problem. And if for those who aren't familiar with London, most of the public transportation here is awesome. It's really great, easy to travel around without any issue. You're never more than a couple minutes walk from either a bus or the tube station. I took the tube mostly, especially coming from Heathrow. So all that's been great. But yeah, so thanks for coming along on this journey, flying with some Fractal gear. Use it worldwide, whether you're on tour, whether you're doing stuff like me, where you're working with clients all over the world. Really easy to transport. All the gear made it safely. As you can see, it's just working in the background. So thanks so much for watching this YouTube channel. If you guys need any one-on-one help, if you need any help programming any of your Fractal units remotely, you can always contact me directly, and we can set up a remote session for you. So other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.
I'm falling with you, I'm standing with you, got it all in my hands, but I don't know how to breathe. I'm walking outside, taking